Hey, are you looking to join a community to meet new people and talk about topics you love and enjoy? Well, I know the perfect place. Sly's Dominion on Discord. We talk about a variety of things like Pokemon, Genshin, and even wrestling. Type the join code on screen or click the link down in the description below. Hope to see you mongrels in the server and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Sly here. Yeah, you already know by the overlay what we're here for. You're probably wondering where the hell is Red and Cynthia. Long story short, I lost the older overlay, asked Mike to make a new one. So we have Sonia and Sada, which kind of makes sense because they're both professors. So Matt is here with me. Say hi.
I am caveman.
That works for me. I'll take the redhead. Easy. Anyways, so datamines for third anniversary here. We're very happy, although I'll still admit that Double Pikachu is not really that hype. But good lord, these kits. Well, at least for the Pikachus.
I don't want to be too negative about it, but yeah, I'm sorry. Compared to last year, we had 3 legendaries. This is two Pikachu's, the overused mascot.
Honestly, I
It's
think this would be a little bit better if it was Ash and Greninja, personally.
see, I'm fine with Ash having Pikachu, but my thing is that having both of them as anniversary just doesn't do it for me.
At least as double Master Fairs.
Right? Yeah. Like Ash could have been an anime specific thing, but to then Red been this anniversary with someone else, like just space them out. Not
Yeah.
two Pikachu's at once. It's not
Needed.
fun.
No.
Yeah, it's not needed. Whatever the term you want to use is.
There's a lot, but either way.
Whatever.
We have a lot to go over. However, because Matt is a little tight on time, we're just going to go over the 4 sync pairs that you can pretty much see on the screen. And then we'll go over, what was that one last thing? Other small stuff. Good job, Sly. You should have wrote down with the other small... Oh, the 2 select fairs that are coming up. Those are the other 2 that we're going to go over pretty much.
Yeah.
Because there's, I think Absol said we got like 19 new units.
Yeah, from Lodge and BP pairs.
Yeah, if me and Matt sat here going over each one, we'd probably be here for 3 hours.
That would almost be as long as my anniversary pair overview.
Yeah, I'm not going to put him through that. So we're just going to do the big 4 and then other small stuff. Because like I said, he's also crunched on time a little bit. Because I'm
going to be recording for over 2 hours recording my thing.
Anyways, so first pair we're going over is Rosa and Shaman. Matt, take it away.
Okay, so now this is like after all the anniversary pairs come out and everything. Like this is just the quote unquote not hype one. But personally, I think Shaman is dope as hell.
I do too.
So, Shaman passives include Honor Roll 1, Shundering Snarl, 100% chance of lowering the target special attack by two stat ranks when the Pokemon uses a move targeting that opponent. Then power leveling, the more the target stats are low, the more positive the user's moves. I don't like power leveling how it works, but whatever. Moves Sweet Scent. Lowers the target's evasion by 2 stat ranks, directly goes into power leveling, and I'm very sure this activates Shundering Snarl as well. I don't really remember, honestly. Potion, Seed Flare, 220 base power, 4% chance of lowering the target's special defense by 2 stat ranks. I know that activates Shundering Snarl, so you're not a bad special defense ramper, but 4-bar. Gift of Gratitude, 1 use. 2-bar, all allies. Raises the use special attack by 4. Raises the use accuracy and crit hit rate by 2. That's self. The all allies part is raises the crit of all allies sync by 1 stat rank. So you can use Shaman as a special attack top off if you need it. Healer, all that. Then sync Grasping of Gratitude, 240 BP. The more the target's special defense is lowered, the greater the power of this attack. So that's a built-in, I forget what it's called, but it's something built-in, right?
For what?
So, sync. So, all in all...
Is special defense is lowered?
Yeah, I forget what's called,
but... Pecking order, I think. No.
That's special.
I think...
No,
you keep going. You keep going. I'm pretty sure Latias has it.
No, she doesn't. Wait. Yeah, she does. She does.
Latias.
Yeah.
Smarty
So
pants.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So on the topic of the sync, she is a tech. So Tech EX boosts the base power, and she also gets Devastation. The more the target special attack is low, the more it powers up the user sync move. And Easy Target, the more the target evasion is low, the more it powers up the user sync move. So you have two additional multipliers with two sync powers. So that's hitting like pretty hard, especially if you pair it with grassy terrain. If you have Celebi. And speaking of grassy terrain, she has some grassy terrain nodes such as Grassy Cushion, so you take reduced damage when grassy terrain, and Turbo Turf, so that's move gate acceleration. She also has Mind Swell if you need it. If you don't want anyone else to top off your special attack, you want to do it yourself. You have Super Duper Effective 3, and you have a bunch of Seed Flare powers, Seed Flare Mind Games, and another on a roll. So you can lower it by you can lower the special defense of the enemy by 3 in one shot.
Heck.
So that's on par with Urshifu. Think about that. That is really strong, and that might make me go for her just for that alone. Tech Candy worth maybe?
Not with the other one that's on this list.
Mayhaps? I don't fucking know. It depends on what you need, honestly.
That's true.
No, sorry. Here's the thing. The one we're gonna go over doesn't need dupes.
No, I know.
Like not in this slice. I'd rather put the candies into Shaman.
That's fair.
Basic potion stuff. Friend Mend, so you can remove status conditions. That's very nice. Sweet Scent Twofer. 100% chance of applying free move next when you use a move. So you can literally go Sweet Scent, which is a 2-bar move, Seed Flare. Sweet Scent, Seed Flare, and just keep alternating between the two of them so you're not using 4 bars, which is pretty nice, honestly.
Honestly, going between those two, you reminded me that for Lugia of like what you would do is TM attack, but it's a little bit better because you're getting something out of it and not, PMing and taking too long to build up.
Yeah, see, the thing about Lugia is that his best partner was Swallow, who maxed out his crit rate, but then at that point, Aeroblast in and of itself was dealing more damage than the alternating version.
Yeah.
The only reason why you would alternate is if you TM, sync, TM, attack.
Yeah.
At that point. But yeah, that's really it with Shaman. So some funny team comp ideas because we just got a double special defense dropper in Latios, and now it looks like Shaman's trying to one up him already.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty funny. We
So
don't know how annoying some evasion stages are, so Sweet Scent would be very handy for that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, seasonal scout. So she'll come back during seasons.
No, she's a special costume.
Oh, it says seasonal scout. I don't know.
It's special costume.
Smooge! Damn it.
I also know that they're coming back though.
True. All right. Moving on to the next pair is Cynthia and Lucario. So y'all like having
Oh, we're doing this.
Hold on, Cynthia. You like having 4 Cynthias and 2 of them are Master Fairs?
I hate this so much.
I sure do.
Both of them have Flag Bearer.
It's kind of cringe. But anyway.
This whole unit's cringe.
Shush. Let me cope and be happy.
Dude, I'm coping. I was looking forward to this one.
You and me both.
I'm cringing.
We both are.
I'm coping.
Here's the thing. We both are, alright?
I'm coping. Go on.
Anyways, she is a support type character that doesn't raise your offensive stats whatsoever except for like special and physical moves.
And
next. Yeah, and crit rate. However, she does have Cynthia's Aura, which is a passive. Turns the field of play zone into a fighting zone for the first time the user enters a battle each battle. Turns the field of play zone into a fighting zone at the user's sync move. A fighting zone powers up fighting type attacks. This wouldn't be an issue if she had this little thing called sync countdown. But she doesn't.
Head Start 1 is not enough. Head Start 2 is not enough. This is a pair who would have preferred Adrenaline.
Yeah. So, she does have Fighting Zone, which kind of makes her somewhat of a must summon because of a zone, but she'd have probably been better off if her aura extended it to 15 turns instead of resetting it on a sync. She has Team Fist Bump 3, which is a 40% chance of restoring the HP of all allies when the user's attack move is successful. Then she has Initial Guard, which applies the damage guard next effect to the user when it enters the battle.
Okay, so here's the thing about the Initial Guard. You get that off Mega as well.
That's good.
So you get
Okay.
2. That is good. She is a very good tank.
Yeah.
But just...
It's the gimmick.
Go on.
It's the gimmick.
I will vent later. I don't want to take up too much time on
this. It's the gimmick of Fighting Zone. Like, she's great, but she needed a little bit more for fighting. But either way, so her moves are Vacuum Wave, which is fine. It's only 24 base power, but it's 100 extra. It's a 1 bar. It helps for support types just getting off a move. She does have potion stuff, so that's great. And then she also has, and then her buddy move is Buddy Aura Sphere. Activation condition is when the user is hit by an attack move twice. The deactivation condition is when the move is used. It never misses. It applies move gauge acceleration to the ally field of play. Increases physical move next of all ally sync pairs by 2, and then the same for special move by 2. And then her It Won't End here is raises both defensive stats by 4. If it's in Fighting Zone, it's 6, so when you use it, it's 6 to all ally. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, of all ally sync pairs by 6. So, there you go. That's great. Their defenses are topped off. What about their offenses? And then, yeah, her sync is become Mega Lucario until end of battle. In terms of buddy move stuff, she only has 5 powers, which is fine. That makes sense because she's a support. She has the normal potion stuff, which is 2 MPRs and then 2 Master Healers. Vacuum Wave has Godsmack 4, which is 50% chance of leaving target confused. And then also has Numbing Blow, which is 50% chance of leaving the target paralyzed, which is great. And then Focus Group 9, which is 100% chance of raising crit rate of all ally sync pairs by 1 when the user's move is successful. So she does top off crit rate, which is great. But again, there's no offensive stats that are being maxed out. So no physical attack or special attack. She did at least 1, I'd be happy. She does have Head Start 1, like Matt mentioned, but she mostly pretty much needs Adrenaline.
I will explain this later, because this is very important.
Yeah, she has Fighting Zone Charge Tank 4, which 50% chance of restoring the user's HP when it is hit by an attack move while the zone is in fighting. Brawling Acceleration quickly charges the move gauge when the zone is fighting. She does have Tough Cookie, which is nice. She has Impervious, so her stats can't be lowered. She has Team Staring Contest, which prevents all allies from flinching. Sing Free For All, which applies the move gauge next to all ally sync pairs when she sinks. Sand Shelter, sure. But yeah, that's pretty much her kit.
Okay. So if you guys don't understand how field effects work in this game, field effects work of how you can do 1 full sync and said field effect will run out as you're syncing. So Lucario gets Fighting Zone at the start of as soon as she enters the field. You do 3 actions 3 times for 9 actions. Fighting Zone will go away, then your sync will go off. That's what will happen. Now with Head Start 1, what will happen is that Lucario is syncing that last turn that the zone is supposed to go away. Here's where the issue comes in. Head Start does not reactivate on Mega. If it did, this would not be an issue. But because it doesn't, what that means is that when you get your support EX off, which is a mandatory part of setups at this point for speed clearing, for pairs with sync acceleration, when you do that, you're not getting the additional countdown from what would be adrenaline. Now you can get that via a lucky skill, but at that point, after whatever nuke you're doing at the end, that better kill, or else you are out of fighting zone until you can sync with her again. You have no way to manually rearm it, and this was Ho's issue for the longest time. Ho and Silver. You had to have someone else set up Sun so you could actually get off the solar flare. If this pair had Adrenaline instead of Head Start, you could give her Adrenaline 2 via purple cookies. So what that would mean is that because she doesn't top off offenses, allies have to be fully self-sufficient and have to be able to get their stats from 0 to 6. Besides crit rate, assuming you're 3 out of 5. So you take the time to set that up, you take the time to sync with Lucario for the support EX, you get Adrenaline. Congratulations, you have 2 extra turns after. Now, if she had Vacuum Wave Staggering, that would also help, because that also takes into account the enemy actions. If you flinch, that does save you 1 action, to my knowledge. I would have to recount that. But she doesn't have Staggering. She doesn't have Adrenaline. So whatever fighting nuke would go off, you can't set that up. You wouldn't have anything after to apply pressure with. If you're willing to use the purple cookies for Adrenaline, you get 1 nuke at the end. And because of the current... So how I would fix this is I would give B Aura Sphere countdown -1 instead of the move get acceleration. You don't need the move get acceleration. You're spamming a 1-bar move. You don't need it. Fighting types, the only one that realizes a 4-bar is B. That's it. No one else has a 4-bar move. Just... This pair is slow compared to most others, and it doesn't use its gimmick properly. But of course, if people are willing to prove me wrong with this and show me up, by all means, I encourage it. I want this pair to be used. I want this pair to be good because I love Cynthia. Lucario is one of my favorites. But from what I see, this just isn't it. I think she is the worst unit here, but with the best mechanic, being zones and physical special next. Guaranteed. I just don't think she used it properly. Now if B Aura Sphere was hit once instead of twice, that would also help when it comes to physical or special next ramping. Whereas she's just a damage augmenter. You get hit, buff. Get hit, buff. Sync, go. But she has to get hit twice, so it's slower. And because you have to get hit twice to get your ramping off, you don't rely on flinching as much. That's why they didn't give her flinch, because you want her to get hit. But at the same time, the enemy is taking their actions. She has a lot of healing, very good tank factor. She does that very well.
She does do the role of sit there and eat hits very well.
Yeah, right. She damage augments very well. Move getting acceleration is very good, depending on the mods you're using, of course.
She's very self-sufficient. It's getting the rest of her team.
She doesn't even have to be used with fighting type Pokemon. We're just purely speaking from a fighting zone standpoint. You don't have to use her with fighting. You could purely use her. You could purely use the fighting zone as fighting zone Tri-Edge Tank 4 and not worry about the rest of this at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not using it for that, this argument is entirely invalid.
Correct.
But for the state that fighting's in,
we need
that is my complaint.
We need
how long was that?
I don't know. I didn't count.
Jesus Christ! I went on for too long.
If you're concerned, we're not even at 20 minutes yet.
I am concerned.
All right. Anyways, so moving on to the third pair, which is the one that I could almost pretty much give a shit less about.
I already know who you're talking about. Let's flip right to it.
Have fun.
Okay, so this is the poster boy for this anniversary, Ash and Pikachu. We knew Ash was coming in some form from the event, but whatever. So, Master Fair, Master Passive, Kanto Spirit, which surprised me. Oh, but Ash is from Kanto. Not this version of Ash. It is Journey's Ash. I didn't know what they were going to do. Shut up! Anyway.
Okay, to be fair, he did come in from Kanto. I think they're
I
still
will
in
I will
Kanto.
throw a D20 at your face.
You better hope the god it lands on a 20.
Yeah. Crit.
Roll
Alright.
for initiative.
For initiative. Yeah. Fucking
Oh,
so
I'll admit though, he's strong.
yeah.
But go ahead.
Oh yeah, he's strong. Ash's Passion powers up the user's Thunder. I don't have a number for this. I don't know. Decrease the amount of move gauge slots the user needs to use Thunder by 1. Thunder never misses. So this is combining fuel economy. In fact, I could probably math how much of a boost this is.
How much move gauge is Thunder initially?
3.
Okay.
Let me pull up Electivire. I know you have Thunder. 48, 92. So it's about a 40-something base power increase. That's not horrible. So that's almost 200 BP for 2 bars. It's not bad at all. Ash's Tenacity, when the user enters battle with full HP, which should be always, applies Enduring. When Enduring activates for the first time, the user has 1 HP remaining, applies the Enduring effect to the user again. So you get a free Unyielding. So he's viable as a tank, which is weird to say.
What?
Yes, he's viable as a tank. I'm gonna go more into this later.
Please
Initial
do.
pinch special boost 2. It increases the user's special move next effect by 2 stat ranks the first time it enters a pinch each battle. So when you pop your Endure, you get special next. For the first time. Any questions yet?
Oh. Yeah. Is there? Do you got like something for CPR for my wallet?
I know do a CPR on a dog. I learned a snake, but not a wallet.
God damn it!
Yes, I'm going back to that. Okay,
Keep going.
So we're went over Thunder. It's now a 2-bar move with 192 base power. Very good. So not gonna lose. One use self restores the used HP by approximately 20% of its maximum HP. Charges the user's move gauge by 6. Applies gradual healing. Applies super effective next to the user and applies damage guard.
Why are you a tank as a striker?
Yes, you can use Ash as a tank. This is hilarious to me. But then the buddy move, be Thunderbolt. 480 BP maximum. Active condition when the user uses any move 3 times. So when you use Thunder 3 times, it unlocks. Deactivate condition cannot be deactivated. Never misses. Use a maximum of 6 slots of the user's move gauge. The more the amount used, the greater the power of this attack. That's why I said 480 max. You use all 6, 480. However, when it comes to CS, this is a power flux issue. You're not getting the full 480, unless if you beef up their stats, which you could probably one-shot anyway, but still. Going all out, raises the user's special attack by 4 stat ranks, raises the crit rate by 3. In addition, raises the user's special attack and speed by 2 stat ranks when the user's remaining HP is half or more.
So pretty much use it immediately.
Exactly. So you use this at the start of fight, you get +6 special attack, +3 crit, and +2 speed. But then, to sync his best buds, 10 million volt Thunderbolt. Except in certain circumstances, successful hits with this stack become critical hits.
I'm assuming if they have, vigilance or you have crit defense thingy on.
Anything with it doesn't go through any form of critical defense.
Okay, so vigilance and the critical defense field of play thingy.
Right. So this is saying that your crit rate can be 0. It will always be a crit.
Cool.
It's a built-in soften up in this instance.
Sweet.
So one shot now. Here's my question that I didn't get to address earlier. Buddy moves. So we have max moves, sync moves, and regular moves. Each has their own move category. Each one having to be specified by passives, crit rate, and everything. Buddy moves
aren't specified.
They're not specified yet. So I don't know if buddy moves would count as regular moves, as in 3 crit rate, your guaranteed crit, or if they work like Dynamax moves, or if they have to be specified for certain effects, which we're going to get into later.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works. So if it works the exact same way as a base move, that means the Master Passive will scale with it, and Special Next will scale with it.
Cool.
Do you see the problem with that?
It going hit like a truck.
This could be, like, there's a reason why Dynamax is its own thing. This could be the hardest hitting move in the game, period.
What, Thunderbolt?
Be Thunderbolt.
Nah. Alright.
Like, it's fucking nuts. So, grid now. We have some very fun stuff. I'm gonna go over the thing first. So we have Brain Sync 8, 4 Sync Tiles, and Static Shock 8. That is a guaranteed crit. Rejuvenate 6 if you want to be funny. But then Trainer Sync Redemption versus 1 MP for the user's train for the trainer the first time it syncs is used each battle. I don't know if this applies to be Thunderbolt. I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't. I hope it doesn't. Let it apply to Not Gonna Lose, where you can get a free heal, super effective next, another gradual healing. Let it apply to that, or even another +2 speed if it replenishes going all out. If this replenishes B Thunderbolt, this is a problem. I'm not expecting it to, but if it does, Houston, we have a problem. So, more aspects of Tank Pikachu. TM Master Healer, TM Propulsion. So, not gonna lose Propulsion. So, when you do your Super Effective Next, your Damage Guard, your full bar recovery, your heal, you get Countdown with it. You can remove status conditions with it. 2 Master Heroes, so you'd heal 40% of your max HP. Shock recovery. When you're in electric terrain, you heal when you're doing attacks. Sorry about my microphone. Turbo charge, electric terrain, faster move gauge, whatever. Sorry. On the run. Raises the evasion by 3 stars when you enter a pinch. Pinch push. Sync count to -3 when you enter a pinch. So all this stuff is when you're activating your Endure. Around that general range. Thunder Power Reserves 5 with 192 base power, which you can get up to 200 super easily. Yeah, 204 maximum. That with Power Reserves 5 and Electric Terrain. This is the only modifier Ash gets for Thunder, and it's so not needed, but it's so fucking funny. Like, Ash is the strongest special electric DPS in the game at the moment with tanking capabilities. The thing is, this is all he does. He is pure, raw DPS. After this, you're not doing much else. You can't do much else with him. If you need special electric, he is 3-shotting whatever it is. Aaron CS, be Thunderbolt his ass. Go for it. Just, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so with the fucking 4 sync powers, I think that goes to 400? Yeah, 400 base power with that. That is, with Static Shock, Brain Sync, that's 160, Electric Terrain, 210. So that's over X2. With the chance to restore be Thunderbolt. So yeah, Ash and Pikachu are a problem. They are very, very strong DPS-wise, but that's about all that they do. Some tank capabilities, but you need a fast team, which thankfully he can do. He can push the DPS for it, using other people to support him with that.
There you go. We're back. So this is like what, 2 days after, I think. So yeah, I had to take a phone call. Matt had stuff to do, and then yesterday I was just unavailable. So we're back here today, which is gonna. I don't know if this will be up before Ash drops. Is this gonna be up before Ash drops?
I will try.
Okay, he'll do his best. Worst case tomorrow, and Ash will already be out, but whatever. So Last one to go over is Red and Pikachu. If you know me, I've been asking for him since.
I'm not answering them. I'm not answering that.
I'm trying to think.
Because I have no idea.
About a year and a half, roughly.
Yeah. No, the scariest part is that when we were talking about it and we were making a kit, about I want to say half of it ended up being
True.
what Red and Pikachu actually are. About half of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like not even kidding whatsoever. About half of what I said ended up being this kit.
Yeah. Primarily the AoE Volt Tackle.
AoE Volt Tackle, no recoil, Gmax, basic status shock process synergy stuff, and I think we did end up doing Haymaker as well in Piercing Gaze.
I think so.
I think those were in it.
Does he have Piercing Gaze in his kit? Or
Grid.
some form of it?
Grid.
Oh yeah, it's right there. I see it. You don't really need it. Does he give himself accuracy? I don't think he does because he has 100.
It's just through Electro and Precision Pals, but otherwise no.
You don't need it. It's like
Right, yeah, you don't, but you still said because of Charizard. I was like, okay, sure.
Okay, so let's see. Where do I start? I'll start with the passives, I guess. So Kanto Flag Bearer, standard stuff, but for Kanto. Red's Fighting Spirit. This is what Cynthia should have had, at least. Extend the duration of electric terrain when the terrain turns into electric terrain. How many times did I just say terrain? Like 4?
Close enough.
While the user is on the field, quickly charges the move gauge when it's in electric terrain, restores the user's HP whenever its Pokemon takes action when the terrain is in electric terrain. So,
honestly,
make sure the field is in electric terrain.
See, if Cynthia did have this, it'd be super fucking good, but what would you toss for that?
Let me see what she has.
I probably would have tossed the fist bump.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like,
it's more selfish healing.
Honestly, hold on.
And the healing.
You know what? I would toss the fist bump thing for adrenaline, but apply the extends the duration of fighting zone in her aura. That's all. And then just take out the sync thingy.
Yeah, like
that's what honestly, I would do.
After sitting here and thinking about Cynthia, for you guys, it's gonna be like a seamless transition. For me, it's been over 24 hours. I got my own video out and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Cynthia
we've gone over
way
it.
better off.
Yeah,
than I initially gave her credit for.
It's the same as Flygon. We sat here and thought about it. The only thing
Flygon was ultra specific circumstances.
Yeah,
that I would rather not say on camera. But yes, Flygon was a different case entirely.
You could just say you were sleep deprived.
No.
When you read it.
No.
I know.
That was not the reason at all.
I know. Honestly. Honestly, Red's is really good, and that's just the first passive.
Yeah.
So let's move on to his last two passives. So Clutch Critical. Except in certain circumstances, so if they have Vigilance or if they have Critical Defense field effect thingy, he'll just crit. His Pokemon moves, his Sync move, or his Max moves. I'm assuming Buddy moves just count as Pokemon moves?
It should, and that is fucky in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so...
I don't know if I explained it for Pikachu.
So,
here,
pretty...
Because the two videos are blending for me at this point.
Yeah. So, unless they have Vigilance or Critical Defense, he will crit, period. That's it. He does not need a crit support. That's it. He does not need it.
Right, yep.
Which is insane.
He is permanently locked into that +4 crit rate unless it's Critical Guard, because when we go into B Volt Tackle, it ignores passive skills that would protect against a crit. So it would ignore Vigilance, but not Critical Guard.
Yeah, so pretty much in terms of his B Volt Tackle, the only thing that stops him is Critical Guard, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then I think this is the most broken fucking passive I've ever read. Reduces the user's sync move countdown by 3 after using its max move.
Okay, it's not the most broken, but it is.
You
still
get my
very, very
point.
good.
Like,
3 is a lot.
it's like top 5 most stupidest passives I've ever read in Masters.
Because that reminds me of where are you?
So pretty much what red is use Spark of Victory, use G Max Thunder thingy mabobber, and then just use Electric Terrain. Hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, wait. Spark of Victory is 1. So hold on. Yep. Spark of Victory is 1. His G Max is 2, technically, because that counts as a turn. And then the 3 from the countdown. 1, 2, 3. So we're already at -5 just from 2 actions of red.
Mm-hmm.
And then you Electric Train. That's 6.
I would say you Electric Train first, but then you max move.
Okay, so you're still at. Okay, so you're at 6 from 3 moves.
Yeah.
But, Congratulations, he has done everything already.
Right, yeah, but then the filler actions from your support units, there's your support EX, and that's not counting with FAF countdown as well.
Oh my god. Start, dude, I'm sorry. Think about it. Okay, here's the thing. I'm putting this unit as my support EX for red to fill out Kanto Flagbearer, and just because it's still a good support, I'm putting Blastoise. Because in his grid, he has like, what, Adrenaline 1 or 2?
Blastoise has Adrenaline 1.
Okay, yeah, I think I have Adrenaline 1 as my lucky skill because I couldn't get Head Start. So he is Adrenaline 2 right there. This is not fair.
Yeah, that would work very well.
So yeah, you just have a build where Blastoise just maxes both of his defenses, because that's normally what its Adrenaline grid is. Then you have Red, who just kills everything on the field, and it's like, okay, cool. You're done.
Yeah.
I'm just scared that his Volt Tackle will kill before you sink.
It probably will.
Oh my god. Yeah. So,
and that's just the passives.
Uh-huh.
Shall we get to
the moves?
Okay, so you already commented on Spark of Victory, which is just attack +6 and healing for everyone.
Yeah. We've pretty much covered Volt Tackle.
Essential. Well, not entirely, all because it has Electric Trend. Thundershock, you're not doing much with it. You can flinch with it later on, but that's whatever. Spark of Victory is your attack up.
Yeah.
Then B Volt Tackle, AoE, 2 bars, 180 base power.
You can get it to like 190.
Roughly.
Yeah, no, you can. I have all of them chosen. You get it to 190 base, pretty much with the grid.
So and then the activation condition is when Electric Terrain is active, and the deactivation condition is when Electric Terrain is no longer on the field. So you can spam it. It doesn't have a limit like Cynthia and Ash. As long as you have terrain up, you can spam it.
And that's why he's so stupid.
Ignores passives that would reduce the damage of this attack. So that stuff like Yuxi, if you guys did that gauntlet, you guys know how much of a bitch that was.
I have a question.
Afflictions and status conditions. Yeah.
Does that ignore Vespa Queen and Sinnoh? No. Damn it!
I was about to get to that because that is not a passive. That is built in. However, you have a special max move, so just sit on them.
Or just do the stupid, silly thing of bringing Red, Ash, and Blastoise. Congratulations.
You probably could, yeah. And you ignore Endure as well, which I think Aaron had a specific version where he did that as well with Heracross, I think it was. The power of this move is not lowered even if there are multiple targets. So with the AoE and that, it's built-in extend range.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I gave him initially. And lowers the target's defense and special defense by 1 stat rank when the target is paralyzed.
That's guaranteed because his G Max Volt Crash paralyzes everybody.
Exactly. So you can use him as a stat debuffer as well, because in the grid you also get speed.
I'm telling you right now, if anybody gets him 3 out of 5, you better give him paralysis synergy.
I don't know how well that will scale. I don't know how well that would scale, honestly. But if you're going for full move damage and you have nothing else, Honestly, fuck it. I would argue the max move damage is more valuable than paralysis synergy because it's 30% on a base roughly 400 move versus 180 for 10%.
Well, I mean, I have paralysis energy and I have all the buddy move powers.
What are you missing then? You still have some sync tiles as well.
I know. I'm missing 13, but that's because I took off the conductivity, so I still have Haymaker and I can give like a stat.
Right, yeah. I don't think conductivity is necessary, especially for CS. Probably some legendary arenas you can use it for.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's probably what I would do. Give him +5 speed and give him back Haymaker.
I mean,
I gave him Haymaker just because. Actually, you know what? Here, watch this.
Someone else, personally.
There. Now he can't miss.
Yeah, true. I mean, although that one is like arguable depending on the stage, but I digress.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, so just to go over all the grid nodes now, right? So we're gonna start with top left and go clockwise. So the speed stuff is Shocking Showdown 9, 100% chance of lowering speed by 1 when you use an attack against someone who's paralyzed. So Volt Tackle, minus an additional 1 speed. That's nice. Cakewalk, sync modifier for speed. Very similar example to Lusamine and Hide and Sync. You're not gonna fucking use this.
You're better off running Haymaker, if anything.
Right, yeah, because it's also in a more convenient location.
Mm-hmm.
You're standing for Urshifu. You're not gonna use Cakewalk.
Plus, honestly,
it's just not a good ability because speed debuffs are harder to come by.
The thing is, you're guaranteed +6 for Haymaker. He does it himself.
Exactly. Static Shock 3. If Static Shock and Cakewalk were flip positions, I would do Static Shock. But because it's also a 30% and you'd be giving up a lot of energy, I wouldn't do it personally.
Mm-mm.
Like, I wouldn't use it for sinking, period, personally. Although he can hit very hard. He has a lot of stuff going for it, but I just wouldn't do it. So I got Piercing Gaze top right, which we all know what that does. Moves never miss. Max Connectivity turns Field Plate into Electric Terrain after the user's max move. So you can use this as an additional Electric Terrain setup. But I say you don't need this because I would rather set Electric Terrain first and have that damage modifier on top of the max move, which will crit.
Yeah.
So like that could be used for speed setups, probably. But I personally wouldn't even bother with it.
Yeah. So I took out the sync thingies. You could probably just do shock recovery if you just want extra healing. If you want.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So you would have 2 HP regen ticks.
Yeah, and then you just give them another speed.
Yeah. Like that's not a bad idea at all.
Because here's the thing. If anything, if you are going to do the team that I mentioned, which is blue and then the double Pikachu Master Fairs, just give the syncs to Ash.
Oh, sorry. Here's an idea for you. Toss off Piercing Gaze, take off the extra 2 speeds you gave, and get that extra attack on the bottom right.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Okay, I still have 9.
Yeah. Well, so you can get one in the top left as well. So you'd have 7 left.
And just max out a speed, I guess.
From their speed, yeah. And yeah, you still have some left.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, at that point, just fill out stats.
Yeah.
So at the max,
this is gonna be fun.
You have paralysis energy, 10% buff when target's paralyzed. I don't know how well this is going to scale because it's a 180 BP move going up to 190.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna say this right now. This is what I pictured Master Favorite and Pikachu being.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I wanted.
The one thing that surprised me is just how overloaded these buddy moves are because it's literally their own kit in a move.
Oh, so yeah, welcome to F-Go skills nowadays. They're just getting like an entire kit in one fucking skill. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Right, yeah, because you have conditions and everything. It's like, okay. Okay, chill a little bit.
Literally, like, if you... This is off topic real quick. If you... like, Matt, I don't know if you read her. Castoria's 3 skills are an entire unit's fucking kit.
I have not read her skills.
That's an entire unit's kit in 3 skills.
You're farming the lotto, aren't you?
Yes. Not on the side right now. My phone's locked.
Okay. I was about to say you're in the game right now reading that off to me, aren't you?
No, I know her 3 I use her all the time.
That's worse in my opinion. Knowing all that off the
My
tip of your
favorite
head.
unit is Musashi, and she's an arts farmer. What would you like me to do?
Dude.
Not memorize her kit?
That is like down to the minute detail. What the fuck?
The minute detail is how much attack she gives.
Okay.
Oh, and then her noble phantasm is just, yeah, don't die in one hit.
Okay.
Anyways, back to red.
Oh god.
I had to go off on one spiel.
Yeah, so
Summon for red.
Yeah, I don't know how much process synergies is gonna scale, so in my opinion, that one you don't need.
Well, it's by one, so is it at 10%?
Yeah. Right, I don't know how it's gonna scale, all things considered, with the master passive, with Beevil Tackle's base power, with his stats being 380-ish.
I mean,
so
I'm
it's
still
not bad.
Here's the thing. I understand somebody's gonna be like, oh, the special attack's low or the physical attack's low. He has almost 400 and he doesn't have split damage on his Volt Tackle.
Yeah, he is gonna be fine. Like,
actually, no, that's a lie. Hold on, that's Dynamax. Oh, this is promotion to EX. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is 140. Can I put
for example, Lusamine has 430.
Yeah.
Off of Ultra Necrozma.
Well, that's fair. She transforms.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But trust me,
like...
red is fine. The only unit that I would say is better than him is arguably Deoxys.
Deoxys is just stupid because of the utility he gives.
Yeah. Dude, I would summon for Deoxys right now, but...
I never wanted to judge his damage because DPS are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, but the reason why
DPS will always be power crept.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they're both techs. I'm like, well, one has an AoE tech sync, and then this one is just everything dies to Volt Tackle.
Yeah.
So obviously one's gonna hit harder, but like the utility of we can compare these two because they're both techs and they're both DPSs, but granted we're comparing a Master Fair to a not Master Fair. But can you argue Deoxys was supposed to be one?
With how strong he is, 1 out of 5? Yeah, because he can match Lucian levels of damage and Serena levels of damage.
Yeah.
At 1 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Which is insane.
Honestly, we can sit here.
I'm sick damage.
I was gonna say, yeah, just keep going, because honestly, me and you can sit here do an entire video of Red and Pikachu versus Deoxys.
Yeah, so I'm talking of sync damage. Bottom right, he gets Haymaker. So as I said, fully supports that by himself. So that's very strong. It's a very convenient spot. Thundershock staggering is the funniest thing in my opinion. 50% chance to flinch off Thundershock. So if for example you need to wait to use your electric terrain, or if you just want to do a funny and just hit him, flinch.
Flip coin.
Fuck it. Yeah, flip coin. Fuck it. Attack to the max. Use max use one.
I definitely have that. I definitely have that in the grid.
Yeah,
like, that's guaranteed. It's not funny.
That is a base 400 move, getting about a 30% buff with electric train. That's like funny.
Red is a funny character.
Yeah. So shock recovery, another HP regen. Grounded wire and charge immunity cannot be afflicted by certain status conditions and afflictions. Sorry, cannot.
It's any status conditions.
No status conditions, certain afflictions.
Okay.
There.
I was gonna say, yeah. And then his sync is increased when it's in terrain.
Yes, so that is 50%. So the turn would run that up to X2. That is the point of that.
Mm-hmm. So that's 50%. Then terrain rounds that up, and then Haymaker's what, 100? You told me this, and I can't remember. 100?
Yep. So that's X3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, X3 to 200%.
Let's just say he'll hit hard.
Very, and single target. So with the EX, you get the base power buff.
I mean, that's also perfect because Volt Tackle just kills the size, and then you just sink the metal. It's like, what the fuck is going to survive Volt Tackle, honestly?
Aaron. But that's really it. maybe certain extreme battles that they do in the future.
Well, yeah, Aaron is like the one thing, but his sides won't survive this Volt Tackle.
Not for very long, no.
No.
Now, a big fight that I want to try is this with Flygon for a super effective up, then just hit the middle.
I forgot you hit Run Red and Snorlax. God damn it.
See, I was gonna say that. I was like, wait. See, what? I find it so fucking funny that
Masters, give us same name update.
People suck Red and Charizard's dick so fucking much. But meanwhile, he's the first one to get cucked out of new mechanics because they just give them to red characters. Super effective up, that was on Red and Snorlax. Physical special next was not on a red unit, but still, first Kanto Master passive is on a red unit, and technically Ash, but I digress. It's just funny to me that Charizard just gets fucked out of these things. I want to try Ho-Oh and Silver. No, not even Ho-Oh and Silver. I'd want another Kanto. Probably tank Ash with Leafeon and Charizard for the Master Passive.
Sun powers up Thunder moves. Let's go. Do science.
Yeah, I mean, Ash as a tank is viable.
Kind of scary.
Yeah, it's very funny.
All right, well, those are the 4 big ones. There was one other thing I wanted to cover. Oh yeah, we're getting a gauntlet. God bless. All right, well, that's gonna do it for the datamines. Matt, thank you for joining me as normal.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yay. So yeah, summon for red, skip Ash because Ash is trash. KW. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all guys did enjoy. If you guys did, like all that good jazz, sub notifications, Discord, by the way, because we go over this stuff all the time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
United Tempest!